With Columbus's discovery of a vast, unknown land, the Spanish monarchy committed significant resources to exploration and colonization of this new territory. Between 1492 and 1504, Columbus completed 4 voyages to the New World. Others would follow in his footsteps, each making his contribution in extending Spanish power and in filling in the map of lands that had been previously not only unknown, but uncharted. Balboa and the South Sea. One such explorer was Vasco Núñez de Balboa. This Spanish soldier explored the mainland and is credited as being the first European to cross the continent at the Isthmus of Panama and reach the western waters of the Pacific Ocean. Little is known of Balboa's early life, including the year of his birth.
Jamie, will you stop and then read the land of Isthmus?
Yes.
After, a little bit before that.
This Spanish soldier explored the mainland and is credited as being the first European to cross the continent at the Isthmus of Panama and reached the western waters of the Pacific Ocean. Little is known of Balboa's early life, including the year of his birth, which may have been 1475. When the Spanish began sending colonists to the New World, Balboa became intrigued. He joined a Spanish expedition bound for South America in 1501. When his group of colonizers failed and returned to Hispaniola the following year, Balboa fell into heavy debt and worked as a pig farmer. In 1509, he tried to join another colonizing effort headed for South America, but his creditors would not let him leave Hispaniola. Governor of Darien. The following year, a desperate Balboa hid as a stowaway in a flour barrel on a supply ship bound for Panama. When the ship reached Panama, they found the colony had been abandoned. Balboa, having explored to the south, suggested a colony be established there among Indians he knew to be friendly. Soon, they built the community of Darien on the west side of the Isthmus, with Balboa as its governor. From the Indians...
Jamie, I'm sorry, stop. Will you read again the last...
Yes.
The last 2 sentences, please.
Balboa suggested a colony be established there among the Indians he knew to be friendly. Soon, they built the community of Darien on the west side of the Isthmus, with Balboa as its governor. From the Indians, Balboa heard stories of a great ocean to the west. Curious, he led 90 Spaniards and several Indians across the Panama Isthmus, a difficult crossing with tropical heat and jungles filled with snakes and insects. After weeks of exploring, Balboa and his men were led to a mountain where they could gaze out to the west and view the Pacific Ocean. The former pig farmer and stowaway had made one of the most important discoveries for Spain. Balboa's fall. Difficulties continued to stalk Balboa. However, in 1514, he was replaced by another governor. When Balboa remained in the region of Darien, the settlement he had helped establish, the new governor took a disliking to him and falsely accused him of treason. Balboa was arrested, and following a show trial, he was found guilty. He was beheaded, and his head was put on a pike and displayed to the public. With Balboa's discovery of the Pacific waters he called the South Sea, it became clear that Columbus had not reached the Orient at all, but had discovered a previously unknown landmass. However, this realization came too late to matter to Columbus. He had died 7 years earlier. Ferdinand Magellan. Sometimes those who helped extended Spain's power in the Western Hemisphere were, like Columbus, not even Spanish. One such explorer was Ferdinand Magellan, the son of a Portuguese nobleman. In 1519, he led a convoy of ships that became the first sailing vessels in history to complete.
Can you read that whole sentence again?
Yes. In 1519, he led a convoy of ships that became the first sailing vessels in history to completely circumnavigate or sail fully around the Earth. Magellan believed he could reach the Malcos, the Spice Island of Asia, by sailing across the Pacific. In 1519, sponsored by King Charles of Spain, he set sail across the Atlantic with 5 ships, the largest measuring 70 feet in length.
Would you read that sentence again?
Yes. In 1519, sponsored by King Charles of Spain, he set sail across the Atlantic with 5 ships. The largest ship measured 50 feet in length and a crew of 240 men. Magellan sailed his fleet southwest to the southern end of South America and through the threshold's waters his men called Tierra del Fuego, meaning the land of fire. Here ocean currents and winds are severe. The crossing was so dangerous that one ship, the Santiago,